Hi guys, this is George back here with another video and welcome to the final episode of Building here in World of Adventure in Planet Coaster where this is going to be the final episode of building in this park. It's been a journey, it's taken a long time to get to this point, but I'm really happy with how the park's turned out. I feel like I've been able to make the attractions exactly how I wanted as of course the park isn't exactly how I wanted if you saw the last episode. Of course, with the release of Planet Coaster 2, literally tomorrow, as of this video getting uploaded, I have had to make some cutbacks to my original plan for this park to make sure that I'd be able to finish it before the release of Planet Coaster 2. There was going to be more rides in this area. There was going to be a dark ride in my Swiss area, a hotel in this area as well. But yeah, I have cut them out of my original plan. So today in this episode, you're going to see me completing this dark ride, of course, my interactive Wild West dark ride that I started in the last episode, the signature attraction in my like Frontier America style area. As well as that, I'm going to be putting in a new flat ride into this area as well, and also building the final coaster in this episode as well. It is only a family coaster. I was planning on putting a big coaster in this area, however, that's one of the attractions that has been cut from my original plan. So I put the family coaster in, and then after this video, I'm going to have one more video kind of showing you all the POVs of the rides that I haven't shown you already. I'm going to have a go playing this game because if you didn't know, you can ride your interactive dark ride and actually shoot the targets on there. So you can play your own interactive dark ride, which I'm looking forward to. As well as that, there's some other POVs of other rides I haven't shown yet. So, and also, I'll just be having a conversation about Planet Coaster 2 really and what my plans are for once that releases. Here we go. So quite a lot has already happened. So you can see me currently working on the final scene of the ride. This is a jail scene. So of course, this is the point where the bandits have been captured and they've now been locked up behind bars. And you can see all the different cells there that they've been locked up in. That scene over there you've just seen as well, that's like a desert scene. So you're going to come out of the mine shaft into the desert, and there's not going to be a lot there. And then you're going to go into the next scene, which is going to be this ghost town scene, which is where the bandits are hanging out. That's like their hangout spot. And you've taken a shortcut through the abandoned mine shaft to get there to try and capture the bandits. So that's how this all ties in with the storyline. If you want to hear a bit more about the storyline, I explain all of it in the last episode. But here we go. You can see some star cloth going in just here. So this scene is going to look like you're outside. This is the biggest scene in the ride. Now, something that I did have to change after I thought I'd completed this ride is the amount of targets. Now, what I didn't realize is that you can only have a maximum of 200 targets for your interactive dark rides, which in my opinion is just stupid. And when I tried to connect all of the targets, I had nearly 400 in here. So I had to remove nearly 200 targets out of this ride. So therefore, the finished product, there's no targets in the saloon scene. I put all of the targets in the last episode. However, I took them out because I decided that scene was already action packed enough without you shooting the target. So I thought if I have to take any targets out, I think that's a good place to start. As well as that, the mine shaft, I also took a lot of the targets out in there because some of that, there were just so many all quite close together. So I thought there doesn't really need to be this many all close together. As well as that, also this main scene here, I did have to take some out of there as well. But luckily, now as I've programmed the ride to spin round and face different directions, there are some targets that you wouldn't have seen anyway because of the position that you're going to be facing. So therefore, there were some that I was able to take out. However, some of them I did have to just reduce the amount of them on some of the buildings. So you'll see the hotel there, that's got lots of targets on at the moment. There will be less by the time that the ride is finished because I did have to bring it down to 200 targets to make sure that I could connect them all onto the ride. I did debate with myself, just thinking like, shall I just leave all the targets in and have some that aren't connected? But then I thought, no, that's no fun because then you're just shooting a target and it might be one that doesn't even work. So I want to make sure that you can shoot all the targets and actually get a score from all of them. I have had a go playing it as well, the finished product, and yeah, I really like playing it. It was really good fun playing that. Here we go. So you can see me now working on the coaster over here. You saw the flat ride go in. I went with a Sierra star shape over there. So then you're going to see this coaster being built, and then I'm going to work on the facade of the dark ride and also loads of buildings around the rest of the area as well. So yeah, as I said in the last episode, this area is much smaller than my original plan. This was going to be the biggest themed area in the park. However, now it's turned into one of the smallest, really. So yeah, not ideal. However, I am really looking forward to Planet Coaster 2, and there's going to be lots coming up on there. Of course, we've got all the new scenes to play with, all the new different tools, and just a completely new game to play, which I'm really looking forward to. We haven't seen an update for Planet Coaster for ages, and now we've got Planet Coaster 2 coming with water parks and all kinds of other stuff. So I'm really looking forward to it. You can see here that I have gone with an RMC family hybrid coaster. So one of these haven't actually been built yet. It's kind of in the style of their Wild Moose coaster. However, RMC did start like teasing videos of like family hybrid coasters, but yeah, none of them have been built yet. However, of course, the Gravity Group do offer family hybrid coasters as well, and there's a few of them around. One opened at Six Flags Great Escape earlier this year. There's also one at like Sesame Place, I think it's called, and then there's one at Kentucky Kingdom. There's a few of them around. So yeah, but this one isn't a Gravity Group one. This is our RMC one. So you can see me just smoothing out the layout there. It's a short layout. I did want to make it longer. However, because of the height of it, it doesn't have loads of speed. And therefore, I didn't really want to make it too much taller because at the end of the day, it is a family coaster. So therefore, it was running out of speed. And I thought, you know what, I better just get it back to the station whilst it still has speed, rather than just sluggishly making its way around more elements that might just kind of take away and be a bit of a dead spot. However, I do make it so it goes round twice as well. So you will get 2 laps on this coaster. And I also changed the flight school roller coaster in the Chinese area to have 2 laps as well, because I decided it's a junior coaster. I want it to have 2 laps. So I thought I'd change that one as well, and I have. So yeah, this coaster and also the one in the China area, you do get 2 laps on. So that's a little change I've made over there. And that makes it feel like the ride's a bit longer as well, because it is very short, isn't it? It's like, I mean, it looks like if it was a real coaster, it would be very action packed. But getting into the brake run, I feel like if I was riding that in real life, it'd be like, that was good fun, but it was very short. So now you get 2 laps, like you get to go around all over again. So it makes it feel like your ride's a lot longer. Here we go. You can see lots of buildings going in just here now. So these are all the different buildings that are going to act as pretty much blockers in the area. So you're not going to be able to see out of the area. As well as that, some of these are also going to be buildings that you can actually get food and places in. So this is the show building of the dark ride, which I've decided to call Sheriff Shootout as well. I don't know if I've mentioned that yet, but yeah, I thought that was a very fitting name for it. But yeah, this is the facade of the dark ride, and you can see I'm just making it look like there's all kinds of different buildings here. These are all obviously fake, just to cover up the show building. However, yeah, this is like if it was a real theme park, then maybe there'd be some activities going on here. Maybe there'd be some restaurants and stuff in here. But yeah, this is just to cover up the show building to make it look like you're in a Wild West town. That was the idea that I went for with this, and there's going to be loads of other buildings around the area as well, which you're going to see go in shortly, as well as that lots of theming around the area as well, all the cacti and rock work as well that you're going to see going in. Soon you'll be seeing me theming up the flat ride as well. So I might as well talk about the names. So I've already said Sheriff Shootout is the name that I've gone for with the dark ride. The coaster I've decided to call Iron Horse because I remember years ago when before Thorpe Park was even planning on building Hyperia, I saw a video of someone like creating a coaster for Thorpe Park, and they called it Iron Horse, and I thought that was a pretty good name. And then I just thought, you know what, that works perfectly with the Wild West theme, so why not go with that? So I've gone with Iron Horse for the hybrid coaster, and then for the Zieara Star Shape, I kind of had a bit of a change of heart with this one. Originally, I called it Sledgehammer. However, then you'll see in a minute that this queue line for this dark ride, I put in a big building, and here is the building right here. As you can see, that I'm currently working on that. Whilst I was building this, I decided that maybe this building should be like a factory kind of thing. So then I decided maybe I could tie this in with an oil factory. Of course, like oil is very much associated with Wild West. So I thought that the flat ride could tie in with this oil theme that's also like with this building here. So in reality, this building is to cover up the indoor queue line for the dark ride. However, obviously this side, you can see all these cogs going in and machinery looking items going in just there that would be all part of the production of the oil, and then I changed the name for the Sierra Star Shape to Extractor, as if it's extracting the oil. So yeah, I really like that. I kind of came up with that kind of quite quickly on the spot, but I was like whilst I was theming this building, and I was like, let's theme this to oil. But then it's like, well, you've got Sledgehammer right here, right next to this oil rig, and it's like, but you know what? Let's theme it to oil. I know, let's rename it to Extractor because that works much better with the oil theme. So I decided to call it that instead. So there we go. There's all the names for the attractions in this area. And you can see I've changed the color scheme for it as well. I've gone with a red and black color scheme with this one. And then I do change the color scheme of the coaster as well. Instead of having a red track, it's got much more of a brown track. So I thought that fit really nicely. And then I changed the colors of the train a bit as well. Here we go. You can see loads of theming going in around here. We've got a water tower going in just here by this lake. Loads of different boxes and machinery looking items like mine carts that's going to like transport the oil and all sorts of kind of things like that. So yeah, I'm really happy with the way this has turned out. Like, I think the theming's been done really well around here, and I like the look of this building as well with all the pipes on there as well, like a big factory. I really like the look of that. It's something a bit different that I haven't really tried before, so it was nice to do something a bit different. Here we go. You see loads of different lights going up on the building just there as well. And now you can see more details going up onto these buildings here. So these buildings are just covering up the area. So as this is like a backdrop for Extractor, but also you're not going to be able to make sure you can't see out of the area towards the monorail. So this is kind of like, yeah, just a cover for the area. And then those buildings right on the pathway as you enter the area, they're going to be some different facilities. There's going to be a food outlet in there, drinks outlet, toilets in there that you'll actually be able to get stuff from. Here we go. You can see some signage going around the area, like a bank and schoolhouse, and there's loads of other signage around the area, like hotel, and there's all kinds of different signs around this area that make it look like the buildings are different things that you'd see in a Wild West town. You can see the sign going in for the entrance area just there. I was originally just going to have that there, but then I thought, you know what? No, I want a proper entrance. So I built a proper entrance just here, as you can see, just changing the type of wood there and like putting some more details on there, and then you'll see a sign going in as well. And then I do make a duplicate of this and put it over on the other side of the area, because of course there's two entrances into this area. So there we go. You can see that one going in just there, and now you can see in real time here all of the food outlets going into these buildings just here. So as you can see off camera, everything's now done. This is literally the last thing to do. So now after this video, I need to put some lighting in around the area, put bins and benches and lampposts around the area, and then it's all going to be completed, ready for the next episode, where I'm going to tour the park, show some POVs, play my interactive dark ride, and then also talk a bit about Planet Coaster 2 and just wrap up this series, and not only this series, but Planet Coaster 1, because this is most likely going to be the final series I do on this game. Like, maybe I'll come back to it in the future. I have no idea. I'd like to come back to this park one day, to be honest, and be able to finish things off the way I originally intended, like go and build my Swiss dark ride and also the big RMC coaster and the hotel in this area. I would like to do that one day. Maybe even if I can fit another area into this place, because there's definitely space for a small area. Originally as well, not originally, this kind of came as an idea a few weeks ago. It was like, I realised the only area that didn't have a coaster was the English and the Scottish themed area. And I thought, why don't I put a coaster in that kind of links the two areas together? Because, of course, we've got medieval England with that, and also Scotland. But, of course, both countries are very well known for castles. So I thought, what if I had some kind of castle-themed roller coaster that tied the two areas together? And I was looking at different coasters I could build in a plot of land like in between the two areas. Obviously, that was cut from the original. It was like, I did want to do that, but I never expected that it was going to happen, because I knew I was running out of time, and I knew there's probably not time to add any more rides into this area or into this park even. But in the back of my head, I did really want to do it. But yeah, it's not going to happen. But here we go. That's now the end of this video here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at George Kelly, and follow me on Twitter at George Kelly. Thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, everyone, and I will see you all later. Bye.